Hey guys, TRScientist here, and today we're back for another episode of Anime vs. Reality, and guess who's here in the flesh?
Yeah, finally got to make it back.
Bales is here.
Yeah, about time. Been so long.
Well, today we're going to be continuing with Initial D Season 5.
Or fifth stage, as the anime's called.
Yeah. The third stage was probably the weirdest spot.
The movie one.
Yeah.
Movie stage.
Well, that does make sense, if you think about it. Anyways, so we're continuing on from, what was the last episode? What happened in episode 4?
There was that race.
Yeah, between Takumi and Kai.
Yeah.
So we're basically continuing on that race, and Kai's thinking that he can't become childish enough to win the race.
Yeah, because what was happening was, oh god, I'm trying to remember now. Was it the fog?
No,
That was the race before.
no, that's a race coming up. I'm pretty sure.
The fog one.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember because I've done some notes.
Oh no, that might not even be in the. Yeah, it was in this season.
Yeah.
I think that's the next Kesuke race.
Oh, that's the race. Right, I'm getting mixed up. So
No, but this one is Kai's a bit reckless with the car. He's bumping it off the wall, the bushes.
yeah, he's rolling that sweet paint job.
Yeah. He literally bumps his car off a railing
Yeah.
of a corner. It's he's basically doing what Takumi did in season 1 in the duct tape death match.
It's like in Fast and Furious Tokyo. Remember in the beginning, and he's racing the guy in Japan. And he
Keeps crashing the car into the walls.
Yeah. As Takumi is panicking that Kai is right on his bumper, even despite everything he has done at the limit of the Fujiwara zone.
So the Fujiwara zone is very weird. It's literally unexplainable.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's an unexplainable phenomenon that even Rosuke can't explain.
One of the 7 wonders of the world.
Well, 1 to 8 now.
Well, one of the 8.
But yeah, meanwhile, Bunta and Ken keep it up there, pointless conversation. It's Ken's oh, my son's gonna beat your son and all that. It's
Yeah, so it's what happens if your son fails? Are you gonna disown him?
yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of it's like in
But it's literally the whole reason of it is just if Kai wins, it's yes, that's the end of Takumi's streak in winning. But it's also proving that the circuit's better than the mountain passes.
hell it is.
Well, it's not, because circuit, it's all controlled situations.
Yeah.
But if Kai wins on a mountain pass, doesn't that not prove anything?
No, Takumi controls every situation.
No, but it won't prove any thing about circuits being better than mountain passes.
Yeah.
Other than possibly the fact that Kai's a circuit racer.
Just really depends on the driver.
Yeah, because Kai's a circuit racer.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back over to the race, because this show is hard on for just switching between race content and random conversations between characters about what's going on in the race.
Yeah.
To characters that are not even at the race.
I love a good side plot.
But yeah, Rosuke seems to have planned ahead for such an event of Kai being able to keep up with Takumi. And the trick that Takumi's about to pull off is coming up.
He just pushes a button and the bumper just goes right into the guy's windscreen.
For some reason, Rosuke was able to predict that Kai would still be on Takumi's bumper.
Yeah.
How could Rosuke predict something as unexpected as that?
Well, you know what they say, the house always wins.
We're not doing gambling.
Yeah, but that he gambles, he makes bets on who he thinks is going to win. He analyzes the data.
Yeah. It's like a computer almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kai continues to matching Takumi's cornering and speed throughout the course, but he eventually has he can't match Takumi. It's because his card starts spinning out of control, and Takumi's gone. Because Takumi's car somehow does a speed thing.
Can you imagine if Takumi had the Mach 5
What?
from Speed Racer?
Oh.
How unstoppable would he be?
Well, you gotta remember in Speed Racer there's also traps and all that.
Yeah.
That the cars can deploy.
No, I mean if he just had the car. No one else did. It was just his car.
Well, his car?
Yeah, if his car was the Mach 5 and there was no other cars like his.
Oh.
He's just doing all the jumps and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he wins the race. He rides up the mountain like in the movie.
Anyway, Kai accepts his loss in a conversation with Takumi. It says he lost because he chickened out of full commitment to the corner. Which, no he didn't. That's not what happened. He couldn't control it.
Yeah.
And Kai was going to invite Takumi to circuit racing, but he's finally realized Takumi's racing does not work for circuits.
He's street racing only.
Mountain racing.
It's on a street, isn't it?
It's on a mountain pass.
Yeah, so you see a car, the all road is a street road. It all connects.
But people they refer to it as mountain pass.
Well, they're wrong.
Anyway, Ken gets the results, and that Takumi won. And of course he would throw a temper tantrum because Kai didn't win.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna disown him though. He's not that type of dad.
No, some dads do.
Anyway, next
Are
up.
you gonna tell me that those fake Project D impersonators aren't getting disowned by their parents?
No, they're too old to have parents at that. They look way too old for that.
Then they get disowned by their kids.
I don't think they have any because they don't get any.
Well, you never know.
Anyway, so we're moving on to the next race, which is going to be between Minagawa's Toyota Supra Z and Kesuke's for FD. Obviously, we know who's going to be the winner.
Yes, and you do too. You do too over there. Yeah.
So apparently, this next battle has special meaning to Kesuke, and he's determined to win. And we find out, just moments later, we find out exactly why it's special to Kesuke, because he's testing his skills against an actual pro.
Yeah.
All the previous ones weren't pros.
Yeah.
They were just thinking, oh, I have a faster car that should win.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Fight.
Their battle will be legendary.
Is that JoJo reference?
Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
Remember the Thai, whatever his name is, like
In Thailand.
Yeah, our battle will be legendary.
But yeah, Minagawa is confident he can win this race by passing Kesuke on the first run or outrunning him in the second. So Kesuke needs to win in the first race, basically.
Yeah.
You want to take the next name?
Okay. It's okay. So we read that. Let's get first one. All right. So, what's that word? Fumihiro brings up the second round of a battle against Todo School in Tochigi from season 4 to mention how Ryusuke is using two apprentices in pursuit of the fastest time in street racing, and that's why he chose Takumi to race Tachi. Fumihiro, you right there?
Yeah.
Fumihiro. Now I've lost where I am.
Fumihiro seems to be curious what will happen in Kesuke's first race against a pro.
Here we go. Go and Eiji are... Is that how you say Eiji?
Yeah, it's a weird spelling. I just say Eiji.
Edgy.
Yeah, sort of like edgy.
On the road, he's edgy. Okay, so those two are waiting for the cars to pass on the uphill, and Edgy asks Go for a prediction this time. Go thinks Keisuke will end up winning the race. Edgy picks up on Go's response and thinks something's happened between Ryusuke and Go, but it's actually between Ryusuke and Go's older brother, nicknamed the Grim Reaper. I think the Reaper of Grim sounds better.
No.
The Reaper of Grim.
No,
That's
basically.
I'm trademarking that. That's a Dark Souls game.
No, but here it's Grim Reaper because it's like death.
Alright, so Ryusuke talks about how Minagawa is a pro-traditional racer that would require a strategy change-up to win, something that can't get with Keisuke, but he's confident Keisuke can win on his own due to special training for use of his rear tires.
And flashback time.
Yeah, oh yeah, I just remembered.
You go.
Keep going, I'll be right back.
So yeah, so in a flashback, we find out that Keisuke has been doing a lot of practice with throttle control and developing an internal sensor of time. And basically, what Ryusuke did is like he gave him a it was like a notepad, like clipboard of like times to match, and Ryusuke was like, match this time, not faster, not slower, match it exactly. And that exact training actually started after the race that we talked about earlier with Tachi. And like basically what Ryusuke was doing all the way back then was training, like, giving Keisuke the same training regimen.
That's good.
So basically every single day Keisuke did this training. It's like, obviously apart from race days because he has to do the races, and he managed to narrow his time down to the target times and began to understand what made him too fast or too slow. And with all the accelerator work he was doing, he also learnt something else, which was tire management, which is going to be super important to this race.
Yeah. So Keisuke did the training.
No, I just read that one.
Minagawa realizes Keisuke is better than he expected at the beginning of the race. Matsumoto asks Takumi of his opinion of Minagawa, to which he recalls his race with Tachi and how, even going at 100%, Takumi was still caught by Tachi, but Keisuke has a completely different aura from Takumi, which scares him because he doesn't want to race against him.
Yeah, that race against Tachi, that was like technically like Takumi's first mixed race ever, wasn't it?
I think so.
Like he managed to win on like the uphill, which is a rarity for Takumi to be able to pull off.
I know, right?
Because his specialty is downhill.
Yeah, that's why just to be a D-hole, you order a pizza somewhere where it's uphill, or whatever it is he's delivering.
Well, no, he drives up normally uphill.
Yeah.
But then when he's coming back down, that's when he's doing his practice.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
He always does his practice after delivery.
Yeah.
He never does it during delivery or anything like that.
Yeah, but what if he gets to the place where he delivers, and then you call and say, I need you to go further up the hill, and he gets a new delivery, you know, because he finishes delivery, then it's like, okay, you got a new delivery, does he still go the normal speed?
Yeah, he would do the same speed limit.
And that's how
He wouldn't want to ruin anything.
Yeah, and that's how these guys have to beat Takumi. They have to check his delivery route. When he delivers something, place another order, and he keeps just going, driving normally uphill, he won't get the practice.
Well, all the deliveries would be from the one place, so you can get the practice on the way back down.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying go down. Make sure you're
no,
when you're
but
ordering stuff,
if he's getting a delivery, all the deliveries come from the one building where he lives. So he would have to go back down to get it anyway.
Not if you like make like 20 deliveries in one go and say, yeah, we want all of these delivered in one way. Just hook a station wagon or like a little tow truck to the back. Yeah, and bring all the stuff up.
How the big tuck be in the initial D?
Alright, so that was the end of episode 5, and now it's episode 6. And speaking of Takumi, he suddenly starts to get goosebumps. Those were some good books as a kid. Meaning something, Cuckoo Clock of Doom is my favourite. Meaning something is happening in Kesuke's race. Eiji notes how the
Supra.
The Supra is... I thought it said Super. How the
Supra is a brand of car.
Yeah, I thought it meant Supra as in landlord. Supra is lighter than the FD, and therefore the Supra... I thought it said square then. Can't beat the FD.
It's square?
Yeah, I need glasses, man. I'm blind.
Oh my...
Kesuke seems to hate how the Supra is neither gaining or losing ground.
It's just there. It's just going at its best. Yeah. Basically what Kesuke is doing as well. Tire management, all that.
Eiji receives word on the times in the race so far and is surprised the pace of the race is faster than expected. Eiji figures that the concurrent deadlock is Minagawa's physiological warfare on Kesuke.
No, not physiological.
Psychological, sorry.
Psychological, yeah.
I got that word mixed up. Warfare on Kesuke to turn the situation in his favour, which is his last possible move.
It's like, basically, if you can't beat them, psychologically beat them.
Yeah. Kesuke is terrified of Minagawa's presence behind him. Ryusuke hopes Kesuke doesn't try to rush under the pressure of Minagawa.
So yeah, that's basically what his goal is. Is like make him pull away. Like Minagawa literally wants Kesuke to try to pull away, and literally bumping his car. It's like last time we saw someone do that, that was like season
2.
It wasn't the duct tape race, was it? No, yeah, that did happen in the duct tape race when Takumi got ahead and the guy like tries to ram him.
Oh yeah. Takumi starts drifting.
Yeah. And does it happen in season 2?
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
But I know it was the duct tape death match.
It's so long since I've seen them.
There was the one race also where I don't know unless that was the duct tape death match where someone tried to ram Takumi's car, but he got out of the way and the car went off the track, through the railing and went flying.
You think the best way to take him out is when he's not driving, go to where he works and just get a lead pipe and bust a knee. That's what ballerinas do. Did you know that? I mean, and ice skaters too. I was watching this thing. This woman had her ankle broken with a lead pipe. She's getting ready to skate, and someone's like, "Yeah."
This was real.
Yeah, it was real. I'm not kidding.
What?
So she couldn't. Ice blade, not skating. What I'm saying, and the other team won. I'm not kidding.
Insane.
Look it up after this. I'm not kidding.
Wow. So yeah. Anyway, getting back to the race.
Okay, so what was it?
Yeah.
Minagawa. So what?
I already read that first. Why? So yeah, Minagawa had to give up on the psychological warfare.
Yeah.
And Kesuke talks to Ryusuke about how he can't explain how he lost his advantage near the end. But Ryusuke again points out that Minagawa is a pro with his own technique of speed at the limit. Anyway, so...
Bunta notices that the tires on the Imp are wearing out differently. This is due to Takumi's training of the one-hand steering he saw in Dr. Joshiya's car. Takumi explains how it's easier in the Imp, and Bunta's impressed that Takumi said it.
Because it's more like he's gaining an understanding of how it works, basically.
Yeah. Later on, Takumi is on a date with Mika at the golf range. Mika trains at, and he sucks at golf. And then like she takes a swing, right?
And because she's wearing her school uniform, isn't she?
Yeah, and she takes a swing and hits the ball, and then I don't know if it's, I think it's this episode, and like they're in the car, you know, after the golf is over, and Takumi's like, yeah, that was hot. Like not in those words, but he was like, yeah, I like seeing you swing that club, just Happy Gilmore style.
But also, I think in the moment, like he's like, Mika, you probably shouldn't do that. When she realizes what's going on, it's like, oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. So Itsuki gets fed up with Takumi missing a call from him. The conversation between Itsuki, Kenji, and Ikatari goes from Takumi and Mika dating to roasting Itsuki for his lack of racing talent.
I sort of like the conversations between the three of them, and just how wild the conversation can get in like a few seconds.
Yeah, because Takumi's like the force that holds everything together, the nucleus.
Yeah,
without him, they start descending on one another.
Or they end up talking about very creepy stuff that we talked about in the last episode. Anyway, going over to Ruji, and he's meeting up with Hiroya, a driver from Team Spiral, and he's asking if he would be able to beat Takumi's A86. And obviously, much like all the other losers before, he's confident.
So, yeah, I can take him.
It's like he's confident he can do it outright without engaging in a battle of racing skills.
All these people, it's like off Pokemon, you know, Jesse and James. And they're always so confident that it's like, we can catch Ash's Pikachu this time. Why? There's like, catch a Pichu, evolve it into a Pikachu. Buy one, you can...
Well, they want Ash's Pikachu because of its immense skill.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very valuable Pikachu, apparently.
Get a Dialga or a Palkia. Get one of those. Or a Garantina, even.
I know you're saying Pokemon names, but I don't know any of them.
They're like the legendary god types.
Anyways, let's get back to Ruji and his driving. Because he's heading out for a practice run. And the car suddenly comes up behind him and engages him in an impromptu battle. The two fly past a white car in the opposite direction, and they the people in the white car is like, what? Was it that car?
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the legendary car.
And Ruji brakes for an upcoming turn, but he gets hit from behind by the car. Yeah. And he almost smashes into the guardrail from the bump.
Yeah. Bump pothole on the road.
You want to take over?
Sure. What was I? Ryuji realizes the car behind him is the Grim Reaper. Go and Eiji are talking about Grim Reaper sightings throughout the Kanagawa area, and Go knows his target is Ryusuke. The Grim Reaper's story is that he lost his girlfriend 2 years ago and hid away from the world. Turns out Ryusuke also had a crush on the Grim Reaper's girlfriend.
Yeah. Let me take this last line there. So,
spoilers.
We also find out that Kaori ended up committing Sudoku. That's the polite way of saying what happened.
Doku Literary Club.
Well, we don't know how. I don't think she pulled a Sayori.
Never know.
But we don't get a reason on why at all in the show. It's just...
because the plot says so.
It's just like, yeah, we got a dead character for motivation.
Because the dead motivates better than the living.
Really?
I know, you talk to anime.
I mean...
like Toru from Fruits Basket.
If you... Ghost Hunt. Remember Ghost Hunt?
She was in Ghost Hunt?
No.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
But remember Ghost Hunt?
Yeah.
literally that was all about ghosts and how the main character could talk to ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh no, she couldn't really talk to ghosts, but she could see ghosts. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Ryuji decides, I'm getting off the road because I don't want to die.
Smartest decision you could make in a race.
Especially when you're racing someone named the Grim Reaper, he's basically known for wrecking cars.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to some lighthearted stuff with Itsuki and Ikutani and how they weren't able to get the weekend off to watch the third and final matches of the Kanagawa area on the Nanamagari course. But Itsuki is determined to go no matter what the boss says. He wants to lose his job.
Yeah, it's like you're fired. That's how initial thing ends.
It just ends with everyone not having jobs.
Yeah. Ryuji finally meets Project D along with Takumi and Keisuke and asks one question. What is driving to you? Keisuke's answer is proof of masochism while Takumi says it's a daily activity to him.
Like cleaning your teeth?
Yeah. Lastly, Ryusuke's answer to the question is a dream. Surprising Ryuji.
That does start with D.
Yeah. And ends in an M.
And is also the name of a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to make that joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryuji asked one of his members, Sakamoto, about his opinion of Project D. Sakamoto says he gets chills from the three of them, which is accurate because they are top-notch street racers. The upcoming battle is the perfect stage to test his zero theory. So that's why he goes by Zero.
Yeah, I remember we were discussing this.
Yeah. Zero emotions in the race.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up, go back up. There's one more point. Now you get to read that point.
That one there?
Yeah.
The weather on the course seems to be taking a turn for the wet and wild side, which should benefit Ryuji, the local of Nanamagari. However, since Team Spiral are focused on the car's potential in the hands of a racer, even the AE86 would have a chance to win.
Of course it would. Because it's Takumi.
Yeah, brings us to the last
episode we'll be covering today.
Episode 7. And
we're starting off with the rain finally rolling in to create a wet track on Nanamagari. That's a confusing name to say, isn't it?
Yeah, at least for us.
So yeah, it will become a half wet track. So basically, it would be like wet spots in dry spots. Takumi and Keisuke are not scared by the severe conditions of the road. In fact, it creates a challenge for them. Ryuji also welcomes the rain as poor conditions help his zero theory be tested to the limit. So, has he never tested his zero theory in a race that's a wet track?
I don't think so.
So yeah, Fumihiro finds Ryosuke up early working on his laptop, and Ryosuke says he can operate on only 3 hours of sleep. I can beat that. I've operated on 0 hours of sleep.
Not me.
But Megan would have us both beat.
Yeah.
He has found Ryuji's zero theory published online and analyzes it to find many similarities to his own theory. So it's basically it's not really much of a race anymore. It's theory against theory.
And he's saying theory, not fury.
Yeah, I can't pronounce TH words.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. What about words that go huh? Like tallywhacker.
Tallywhacker.
Okay, there you
Yeah, it's just TH words.
No.
Like thanks. It
Thanks.
sounds like... Yeah.
Thanks. Tanks. Tanks. I love a good tank. Thank you.
Anyway, you want to take the next point? It's the third one down.
Kenji Ikatari and Ikatani and Itsuke talk about everything that makes racing at night even harder amongst themselves. Itsuke then brings up the rain battle from season 1, which I completely forgot about.
Yeah, that was such a long... It's like a year or two in the timeline back. It was like when Takumi was still in school.
Yeah, because he's graduated now.
Yeah. I think he graduated in the movie, actually.
Oh, okay. The rain battle from season 1 against Kenta to explain how incredible Takumi was going at full speed in the rain.
Yeah, because if you remember, Itsuki was actually in the car when that happened.
It's been so long.
Because, like, the explanation of the thinking there was, like, extra weight in the back to create much more of a slide.
Oh, it's been so long, I can't remember.
Like, if you, Itsuki got tossed around in the car.
So Keisuke reports seeing no water flowing across the road, and there's no forecast of heavy rain for the race, so cold conditions will remain the same.
Okay, so we don't have a game going on.
So Keisuke decides to go with half wet pattern B. And also, if there was any fog, and Keisuke says it's a bit misty, but not enough to block his view.
Okay, so we got a Pokemon character on the course, do we?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just making too many references to other things.
Yeah. Sakamoto asks Ryuji what he thinks about while meditating, and he says nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid sexy flatters.
No, these stupid sexy Ryuji. Oh no, it'd be Sakamoto. Because Ryuji's the one who's saying he's not thinking. Okay, he believes showing a desire for victory exposes a person's weakness.
No, it would have been Ryuji, because in the Simpsons episode, it was Flanders that said it.
Yeah, but it was in Homer's mind. I was thinking, he's like, okay, you were told what to do.
Pizza French fries.
Yeah. My legs. This is the worst pain.
And then...
God, the snow. Okay, so Ryuji takes the lead on the first run of the battle that begins with a rolling start. Meanwhile, Hiroya hopes Ryuji's battle gets dragged as the road will be drier by the time it's his own. Go and Eiji talk about what Ryuji why Ryuji chose to be leader. Why Ryuji chose to be leader in a half-wet condition on the course. Being the leader in this situation has immense pressure on them at the beginning, having to figure out the road condition while maintaining the lead.
You good?
Yeah. Keisuke
blind?
Yeah, it's like a monkey just like... Keisuke follows behind Ryuji and notices he's more than skilled. He's amazing because of how stable his car is on the wet road surface. Ryuji's lack of eagerness is eerie to Keisuke, and he's struggling to keep up.
It's a interesting detail of like just the fact that Ryuji is showing no emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of Ryuji's in the monologues about how negative emotions will create a negative result. Like, dude, you need some negative emotion sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation. If you're holding someone up with a gun.
Remember Megan? She was singing that song. You got have the positive to remove the negative or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Rostakei's interpretation of Zero Theory is that it's a theory. Am I saying that right? Theory. Of prioritizing fewer mistakes, assuming cars have wills of their own and following them. Which is not a bad thing to think.
Yeah.
The perfect example of Zero Theory is a computer-controlled car, and drivers try to match it by suppressing their consciousness and emotions. Rostakei does agree with parts of Zero Theory, and knows how to break Zero Theory without disproving it, since it's impossible for a person to completely suppress their emotions. Which is true. It is impossible to do such a thing. Because, like, once you win a race, you're gonna be happy.
Woo!
You're gonna have some happy emotions.
Oh yeah, it's like remember in like you seen Avatar: Last Airbender?
No.
Well, there's this scene where Aang has to talk to this spirit, and this monkey or whatever it goes, okay, if you show any emotion, you're gonna end up like that thing over there, and it's got no face. So he's gotta just be like, oh, hey, what's going on? And you can't show emotion, or the monster just goes.
Anyways, let's get back to getting blinded.
Alright.
Because the fog is rolling in much thicker now, and it's created Hakone's infamous white demon.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's racist.
Oh no!
Which it's basically a thick a thick fog that blinds every driver that's going through it, exactly as Rostakei expected. He expected the white demon to show up.
Or predicted.
He says that he expected it.
Yeah, I know, but you know, there's a difference between expectation and.
Well, no, he literally was like tracking weather conditions.
Yeah, trying to make a joke. I was trying to say he's like clairvoyant. You know, he's got the sight.
Yeah. Well, he sort of is. Like, he was literally watching the weather to determine a good time, like a good race time.
Because they didn't have GPS then, did they? Like, they didn't have on the phone you could check the weather.
I don't remember when it's set.
Yeah, me neither. I think it's early 2000s.
No, I think it's supposed.
90s.
Because like the anime came out in 1997.
Yeah, because
2 years before
they got those.
some
of them I've seen. Remember have like flip phones.
And that was 1999.
Oh, I don't know. I know I had a flip phone.
Flip phones would have been 90s.
Yeah.
So it would be a safe assumption to be like, like the year that the anime came out.
Yeah. You ready to continue?
Yeah. The fact that this would most likely roll in was already factored into the strategy to use against Ryuji. Fumihiro points out that both drivers will be blind in the fog and wonders if Ryuji will still have the advantage, being the local racer. Despite the fog, neither Keisuke or Ryuji have slowed down in the slightest. They're going full insane, basically.
Yeah.
Rostakei feels that Ryuji's Zero Theory is best for the closed circuit, an environment created for safe driving. Ryuji does seem to be regretting his choice of being leader for the first run due to the fog, and Keisuke sees the emotion on the back of the car.
Yeah.
Back of his car. You want to take it?
Yeah. Rostakei has been making Keisuke practice a type of blind training inspired by Takami's blind attack. Keisuke notes this race is a fight against fear, and extra emotions will dictate Ryuji's driving style.
Yeah.
If that wasn't one sentence, I should have just spaced it. Like, Keisuke notes the race is a fight against fear, and extra emotions will dictate Ryuji's driving style. There we go.
Well, it was one sentence.
Yeah, but I didn't like. There's no comma, so I just read it like fully. Didn't take a pause. Okay. Ryuji is having an internal struggle over slowing down to quell his fear and winning the race. His fighting spirit is coming out to join the race.
Yes, we get to see some emotion from this guy.
Keisuke notices Ryuji's line is different and figures that he must have arranged course marshals at blind corners to give Ryuji for all good on them.
So basically, if there's like a car coming, they'll be like, "No, don't do what you're gonna. Don't do anything extreme."
Yeah.
And Keisuke prepared for the race by picking and practicing an overtake location until he could visualize the section and do it with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
Imagine driving with your eyes closed.
Yeah, God, man.
That'd be so terrifying.
Oh, like that movie, that taxi one. Remember, the guy he's not blindfolded, but he can only drive when he listens to music.
Baby Drive.
No, not Baby Drive, but this was like years ago.
What?
I forget what it's called, but like
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know. It's like the guy couldn't drive. He kept failing his test, and it was like, just listen to this music. It's like, no, not that one. Just the calm, relaxing music, and that helped him drive. And like he's like he linked with the car somehow because of the music. And oh yeah, speaking of cars, did you see the Transformers?
No.
They're bringing back Megan Fox in the new one.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
After what happened in like the first movie and all that.
Yeah, well, that's the rumor. Like I saw footage, but I don't know if it's like from the older movie or not.
Okay.
But yeah, all we need is Shia LaBeouf.
Anyway, let's get back to the race and the fact that Kento is also important to Keisuke's strategy to win the race. We get introduced to a new character. Shinji and his mum are watching the race. Like they've got they're like in like a hidden spot, looking over the cars.
Oh yeah, and then that's when he sees the angel appear.
No, this isn't that moment.
No, later in the next video we're gonna be covering the angel.
Yeah. His mum, like Shinji's mum, is focused on the Ryuji's car, and it's like amazed by the incredible speed through the fog.
Shinji's the knockoff Takumi, right?
Yeah.
Where he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I don't want.
And speaking of Shinji, Shinji's paying more attention to Keisuke's car.
Yeah.
And he finds that one more amazing, like a yellow fireball.
Yeah.
Imagine if Shinji was good at both uphill and downhill.
That'd be awesome. That'd
be like the ultimate threat, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when we find out what his car is later on.
Yeah.
Both Keisuke and Ryuji expect the fog to relent, but it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Yeah.
However, Kento's call signal to Keisuke means he can pull a pass at full throttle without a car getting in the way.
Yeah.
And the episode ends basically the two cars getting alongside each other.
Yeah.
Going into it's just an overtake.
In Fast 7, it was like Dom and Paul Walker's character, remember? Just looking at each other like...
No, isn't that the first movie?
No, that was the one where they... Remember after he died, and they had that... When they were filming the 7th? They had that little send-off at the end.
Okay.
That Brian, that was the character's name.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a bit of a shorter episode today because the weird... this season's a bit weird. It's got 14 episodes. We're doing a 4-3-4-3 layout of episodes. But links will be in the description to both of Bailey's channels and also both of my channels. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding. I nearly forgot.
Chong chong.
What?
Chong. Lauren. Dong, 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 chong chong.
I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.
See you everyone.